Welcome back to MCOC Albany Rules. I have Variant 7, Chapter 3.2, the final boss, 7.3.2, Miles, Spider-Man, Enhanced Special 1, be careful, unblockable, 50% more damage, Special 1, Hard Knock Life, Flux Dispersal, Strike Back, Buff Direction. So you see quite a few different things going on this, a disorient on the parries. So being careful on a few things. So I was figuring Red Guardian would be a good fit for those of you who saw my initial completion walkthrough on how to get item free completion on 3.2. Saw that I had to use kind of a group approach on this fight, but I used a few options. Found She-Hulk could be well. Spider-Gwen can work well too because they have slow. It's about getting the evade down, and as far as not the automatic options, but I was liking Red Guardian because his S1 is a slow, and then you see the timer going up over there, that red slow, and Miles cannot evade when slow is on him. It's a pretty slow, meaning the timer lasts a while, and all I have to do is occasionally hit a heavy to refresh it, and boom, there we go. So the strategy is simple here. I am pretty much going to do my parries. It is going to cost me a disorient based on the bus, trying to be careful on those unblockable special ones. I start out the fight using an S1, usually just a parry 2 or 3 hit combo so I don't get evaded until I get a special one, parry S1, and then from there just go to town on them while occasionally throwing in a heavy to keep that timer going on. So pretty simple, got to beat that special. I am looking at that slow timer, so I'm hoping to get that S2 out quick. If I do lose the timer on the slow, it's not the end of the world. All I would have to do is do another S1. But since I'm running Suicide Masteries, I'm trying to minimize my S1 and S2s because that is a 5% recoil damage each time. I don't mind some S2s because I can get some decent damage from them, but I'd rather try to minimize the S1s. And we'll see some S2 there. I also get that stun and trauma going on. Refresh it with the heavy. Any chance I get to refresh the timer, I'll take advantage of it because it's always rough on these kind of fights when you just kind of lose track of the slow going, get evaded, and then get punished, not realizing the timer went out. So we'll see the strategy here. The S1 for a projectile is kind of quick, so his S1 isn't too hard to dex most of the time. His S2 is super easy. So if I can push him to his S2, that's generally a goal. Of course, it doesn't always happen that way. So if it doesn't, I haven't had too much of an issues with this fight. And as we're seeing, it's getting pretty close. This was not a super smooth, super clean solo. Even though I'm not taking any hits, I am taking some block damage. I got the disorient going on. So even with the parry there, I am taking some issues on that, but nothing overly detrimental. I was trying to get an S2 off there instead of the S3 before that, but that one little hit just ticked it up to S3, which is fine. I saved the recoil, but S2 can give me some good more amount of damage right there, especially with the 15 durability, especially with the decent amount of durability. But the S3, I'm at max durability now. A good thing about Red Guardian, can get some perfect blocks in there too, which makes him a pretty good fit for this style. That's one reason I like him better than, say, She-Hulk or Spider-Gwen for this fight, because they all got slow, but with Red Guardian, I can also get some perfect blocks in there because I have to pretty much do some parries in order to get those heavies to recharge it. So that is a positive thing. And while trying to avoid any major mistakes, it works well too. So there you see a solo with the Red Guardian on the Spider-Man Miles Morales Variant 7 Chapter 3.2 boss. I'm hoping that helped. Don't forget I have walkthroughs, item free walkthroughs of all 3 chapters of Variant 7. Also got them all of Variant 6 too. But for Variant 7, in addition to the walkthroughs, 1 video per chapter, all 3 chapters, I also have solos of every single boss fight of Variant 7, so you can see all 6 bosses, a little strategy or champ that I would have used to get through the solo on them. Hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to MCOC Albany Rules.